Going down to Mr. Gray's to have myself a time.
Angry comments everywhere. Humble folks with concentrations.
Going down to Mr. Gray's to leave my woes behind.
Ghosts and cryptids everywhere. Even some that is crazy.
Going down to Mr. Gray's to see if I can unwind. Come on down to Mr. Gray's and meet some friends of mine. Hey guys, Dan for World with Mr. Gray, Dan Dalth the Grey. Why am I in this? Because it's bloody cold and it costs money to put the heating on. I'm finally back with a comments video, which I haven't made for a while. And I put out a post the other day saying if you have anything to ask, let me know down below, which I'm going to go get through now. I'm going to probably answer some comments from the Exploring with Josh video, but there's so many, there's no way I'll be able to get to all of them. So apologies if I missed anyone. I do see the comments, and I would love to get to all of them, but you know, I just can't sometimes. But I'm going to go as much as I can. This might be a long video, probably. And just answer as many as I can. So first of all, I'm going to go to the community post I did the other day. Better like that, innit? Right, anyway. From Jean-Francois Doyen. Probably said that wrong. Just want to say I love you 2-hour live debunking. There's going to be more then coming, and I am much appreciated. Have you got any plans for more from Drumsticks Princess? Have you got any more? It's early morning. It's not that early. It's like almost 11 a.m. But you know, have you got plans for any more explores? And if you could explore with one team, who would you choose? Who? I do definitely have some more exploring stuff coming up. Beardo wants to do some exploring with me. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry, I stacked something there about 5 minutes ago and it just fell over and it scared the crap out of me. Where was I? I definitely want to do more exploring stuff. Beardo wants to come along with me and do some exploring stuff. We're going to go around some various cool places around Wales. Who would you like to do exploring with if you could choose any team? Hell on Earth is one of them, definitely. I don't keep up on exploring channels as much as I used to. I just like going to abandoned places. I love the history of stuff when it comes to things like that. You know, the cool places you get to see where, you know, something's been abandoned for like decades and nobody's lived in it, but you get to go there and you just see what used to be, the life that used to be in those places. I love that stuff. Never break into anything, never trespass. You know, only go to places where you know it's sort of like public access sort of thing. But it's really cool. I used to love doing it. I did it a lot throughout the late 2010s. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I do definitely plan on going on more. So stay tuned. Patrick McNellis. When would you call me Patrick? Totally messed around. I really enjoyed the last stream. Much love from Texas. I appreciate it, Patrick. I don't know why I struggle with that name in the live stream. You mentioned from Nala. You mentioned in your latest video about liking urban exploring. Have you seen Broken Window Theories channel? If not, those guys are tremendous. They're German and travel all over Europe. Extraordinary photography and site background information. No, I have not heard of them. I will definitely look them up. Donald Devine. Hey, Mr. Gray. I was just wondering, what's your take on the Broadhaven Triangle incident, which was shown on Netflix show Encounters? The Broadhaven Triangle. I don't know what that is. Broadhaven UFOs. Oh, I know about that. Yes, I do actually know about that story. There were no alien invasions or tail abductions, yet a UFO sighting by a group of Pembrokeshire school children remains one of the most famous cases in Wales. I do know of this story. In fact, yes, bloody hell. A couple of months ago, I filmed about 20 minutes of a video about this exact story. And I was going to go back to it and I completely forgot about it. so I'm glad you've mentioned that. I will be getting to that in a future video. I do know the story. But thank you for the comment. From Cheetown Girl. Do you think the recent flood of videos on Bigfoot is just a trend? When I was younger, I recall Bigfoot only being known to exist in the northwest USA, but now we see videos from all over the place. Well, it's definitely trending, obviously, Bigfoot. It's the same as everything creepy and mysterious and, you know, out there. The thing with obviously social media, YouTube and what have you, and you got Netflix, Prime, you all come out with documentaries. It's obviously in the people's minds. That's why you see it trending a lot. Yeah, it's definitely a trend, but I think it's a trend due to the environment we live in today. It's the same with like cryptids and ghosts and poltergeists and demons in every video. I think it's a trend that happens all the time. It's a cool trend. But yeah, I appreciate the comments. Paula Creed, who is your favourite Star Wars character and why is there Obi-Wan Kenobi? It is Obi-Wan Kenobi because, one, he's just a cool bloody character. Hello there. This is why sometimes when I'm in a live stream or, you know, someone invites me to another live stream, I always I always introduce myself by going, "Hello there," because of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Plus, I really like Ewan McGregor. I think he's a really good actor. As far as like nobody likes another actor taking over a beloved character, but I think in Ewan McGregor's case, I think he took it over and he ran with it and he made it his own. I think he was brilliant at Obi-Wan, and I really liked the Disney show as well. So yes, it is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Much appreciated. From John Paul, why do crumpets always land jam side down? If I drop them, my favourite is Polish plum butter. Could it be demonic in their origin because I buy it in Tesco's? It's the chaos theory. It's always going to land face down. From Carly Newton, do you think time is linear, or do you think the parallel universe Mandela effect like theory is more likely? I keep going back to the scientific natural pattern in circular, so why wouldn't time be too? Well, I'm not intelligent enough to fathom that, but I do think about this kind of stuff a lot, actually. I do think time is linear, but we're starting to discover more and more things about the universe now, and the universe is a bubble, basically, and it's expanding and expanding since the Big Bang. What was it, 14 billion light years? Oh God, hang on. I can't remember exactly how long it was. Yes, it's the Big Bang, 13.7 billion years ago. So since then, we've obviously discovered more things about the universe. The universe is expanding. And one theory is that the Big Bang, 13.7 billion years ago, was a previous universe imploding on itself. And then that's what the Big Bang was, creating a new universe. I love that. I hope one day we'll be able to figure out exactly what the Big Bang was. But I do love that, and I am in the firm belief. That you can't have something come from nothing. So I do think there was something before the Big Bang. I know this isn't what you comment, but you make my brain go on a tangent now. Time linear. I do think time is linear, but there is that theory, but that time goes so far that it eventually turns in on itself and repeats. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not intelligent enough to debate that, but I do love it. I love that stuff, Carly. I appreciate the comments. From Jane Glover, following on from Carly Newton's comment above, regarding thoughts on time. What if time is merely a man-made construct directly related to the limited nature and inevitable decay of our own bodies and those of all living things we see around us, plus related to our observations of our own planet's very specific spin, night and day, how our moon moves in orbits and Earth's own orbit around the sun, relative velocity. When we venture up into outer space, time alters, time slows down for astronauts due to the gravity, yes it does, and relative velocity when we venture down into protons, positrons and electrons. We notice time does not seem to exist at all. Entanglement theorem, I love it, honestly. So if time is basically an illusion we invented to make sense of our own limited observations, could it then be that the past, the present, and maybe even the future all exist at the same time and space, but in different dimensions or altered energetic frequencies, which are mostly, but not always, totally imperceptible by us in our own and now? I love it, Jane, and I have no clue. Going on the part where he says, could time exist in the past, the present, and the future all at once? That is another theory, which I can't... Hypothesis, I should say. People always get annoyed when I say theory. That's another hypothesis, which some scientists do have, and I love it. It's crazy, because I've recently... day before yesterday, I finished the finale of Loki, Season 2. And it pretty much goes on what you were talking about, but obviously in the Marvel Universe. But it's really good. It's a question I've no doubt one day will be answered. I don't feel it'll be in my lifetime, but I think it will be answered one day by science of the future. I love it. Stuff like that. I would love to like pick a scientist's brain, just ask him all sorts of dumb questions I will come up with about the universe, the Big Bang, time relative to the universe expanding. I love it, absolutely love it. Brian Cox, the scientist, not the actor. If you're watching, I'm sure you are. If you want to come on I'd love to pick your brain on a podcast. Let me know. From Guy learning to play chess, who would you say is your favorite subscriber? Well, apart from you, Guy learning to be play chess, you are my favorite subscriber right now. I don't have any favorites. You are all brilliant. I always say, I say this all the time. The sub count doesn't matter. I don't care how many subs I get. If I get 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, a million, doesn't matter to me. It's the subs that matter. And this is why I've made videos on this in the past. Because now and again I would get in the comments, you can't say anything against this channel. He has way more subs than you. What do you know? That means nothing. So if I always say sub count means absolutely nothing. It's the people who continuously come to your video and comments and watch. They're the subs that matter. You are all amazing. And it still blows my mind that you come watch this ridiculous bald head with a weird accent just ramble to his heart's content. So I much appreciate all of you. But you right now, Guy learning with chess, you are my favourite right now. Mindduck, visit my home and view the Sparta footage. It's not fake, so I'd like to take it. Don't be frivolous if you can help it. I think you've commented a few times, and I think I'm going to get to some of your comments, but I don't know what you mean the Sparta footage. I've no idea what you mean the Sparta footage. From InXS, hang on, sorry, I didn't heart you. From InXS, do you think the paranormal files are faking it? I always get them mixed up. The paranormal files. Oh. I always forget which. Oh yeah, that dude. He's, you know, alright, I don't know his name. Is it Colin? I think that's his name, Colin. He actually seems like a really nice guy. I think I've seen a couple of clips. There was like, I'm not going to comment on whether it's fake or not. I haven't watched pretty much any of his videos, I don't think. I think a clip of his did pop up in a video of mine about 2 or 3 years ago from a top 5 channel, and he's with another girl, and he's with another team. And there was chairs moving, and there's the biggest pile of bollocks. I don't know if it was his video or if it was the team he was with. I have no idea, but he seems like a nice guy. So, you know, but I genuinely don't know because I have not watched anything of theirs for years. So maybe I'll look into it, but I appreciate the comment. Right, that was the community post. I'm going to try and get to as many as I can now from the last couple of days. It's going to be a long one. Almighty Hoogs, here's the thing. If these teams are saying these demons and skinwalkers everywhere, the average Joe would be running into them. Absolutely. This is why I said in the Exploring with Josh video I made the other day, if you put demon, skinwalker, I nearly died. We had to get out because of this demon in every bloody video. People are going to question it, and it's the most ridiculous thing. If you think outside of the box, you know, outside of YouTube, they're getting chased by demons in every single video, every single week. It's the dumbest shit. It is the dumbest thing to ever say on YouTube. I got scared by a demon. Demons everywhere. It's ridiculous. And yes, the average Joe would be running into them every bloody way. If they were that popular, maybe demons like being on the limelight, being on camera, who knows? It is ridiculous, Hoogs. And yeah, I agree that everyone would be running into them if they were that bloody prevalent. I used to watch his videos. I used to like exploring Josh's exploring videos years ago. I did. I want Eric Christo. I want to see a real demon. So do I. From Sisig. Oh gosh. Whether it's paranormal or debunking videos, as long as they entertain the viewers, each their own. So ease up on the animosity and just enjoy the videos. Regardless of the subject, the content creators put in effort to make them, excluding the vultures who are milking people's vulnerabilities to make dollars and using the dead to gain followers on their abilities. Goodness, it's like Team Edwards and Team Jacob all over again. Now, I'm annoyed with myself that I know the reference of Team Edward and Team Jacob. I know what he's talking about because my ex-girlfriend from years ago was very much into Twilight. Where there's paranormal debunking videos, as long as they entertain the viewers, each their own. I mean, I do agree with that to a certain extent. So ease up on the animosity. There's no animosity from me, I assure you of that. I sort of agree with debunking videos as long as they're entertaining viewers. Some of them, I agree, as long as they're entertaining viewers. But there are others out there. And this is why this debunking community exists. 1, because it's fun to do. 2, because, you know, trying to point out the bollocks and, you know, just say to people, look, take that channel with a pinch of salt. Go and enjoy it if you want. Tim Morozov is a perfect example. He's straight up front of his bollocksness in the beginning of every one of his videos, but he produces some of the best horror content on YouTube, and he does very well. You know, if people think it's not going to be as good for views, if you don't say if you don't claim everything to be real, he does very well for himself. But some are entertaining, but others, the reason some of us do this is because they give a lot of people extremely false hope. When someone has had like a loved one passed away and they want to see some YouTuber say, yes, you know, this is what's happening in my videos are real, and it gives that person false hope, and then they realize that person, oh shit, they're faking. You know, what am I going to think? No, that's why we do it. Hope is a powerful thing, which everyone bloody needs, especially in this day and age. A YouTuber screaming and shouting that there's a demon chasing him and scratching him in every video I think it's a detriment to their hopes and beliefs. It's taking the piss out of people's beliefs, basically. And there are some out there who are like so far up their own arse about it. I'm not talking about Exploring by Josh, by the way. I'm talking about other channels who, like, you know, I am the only real haunted channel on here. Nobody knows as much as I do in the paranormal field. And you get the fuck out of here. It's like, you know, they're so far up their own arse, and they need a bloody peg. They need taking down a peg or two. Not that I do that, but I'm just saying they need a bit of a reality check. Basically, those channels. And yes, some are entertaining, but some are just totally obnoxious. I'm not going to mention them. For people who are regular here, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's why we make those videos. But I agree, you know, they should be entertaining. And if people are entertained by them, fine. But this is, at the same time, doesn't mean you can make a video and not pointing the stuff out. It's the same thing. It's all about entertaining people. But I appreciate the comments. From Fred McVeigh, you say that Kellett was deranged to believe such nonsense. What would you say if he said that he was a woman? I think in the recent video I made, the debunking the Bigfoot abduction claims of Robbie Williams, there's a guy I found an article about called Russ Kellett, who said he was taken up on a UFO and he met Robbie Williams in a secret alien military squad unit. I don't think I said he was deranged. I think you said he's fucking nuts. But what would you say if he said he was a woman? I don't know what that means. I've no idea what that means. I would have said the same thing. I don't know what the difference between a man and a woman would have been if they had been on the UFO. I have no idea. I don't know where you're getting at, Fred, but I appreciate the comment. From Anita McCain, Mr. Gray, I appreciate your pretty round head. I appreciate it, Anita. Pipperoo, Callan mentions Blue Anchor in Wales in the new vid. I'm assuming it's UK since it was established in 1380. Wales is indeed in the UK. It's his own separate country. Don't let anyone tell you it's a bloody principality. It's his own separate country. It's definitely in the UK, Pipperoo. And maybe I'll be getting to that video at a future video. Secondhand dreams. I remember back in the day, I'd watch a few vids which I didn't feel was right and I couldn't put my finger on it. I'd hop over here and you'd have a video breakdown that was very well researched due to your detective work, explained everything. That was it. No drama or calling subscribers or different channels' names and thriving off the backlash. Just pure simple debunking with a smile and a laugh. That's while you're still around. You'll still be around when viewers get bored of others ranting vids. I definitely rant sometimes, and I'm fully aware of that. If it's like a TikTok stuff or ITC, I know I definitely do. But yes, I appreciate that comment because I do try to keep everything I do as fun as much fun as possible. I'm not a kind of person who will just go directly after a channel. There are some channels there who really piss me off, and if they're in a top 5 or compilation video, I'll speak my mind about it. But I don't tend to go directly after channels. I just not what I want to do. This isn't the most serious channel ever. I try to keep things fun. I like to make people laugh if they laugh. If they do laugh, that is, I don't know. But I do like to have a good old laugh myself, and I try to make videos I like. Obviously I want to make videos that you lot like, but at the same time, if I don't like the video I'm making, the video doesn't go up, as simple as that. So I do appreciate that comment, because I really hope that, even though sometimes I do get a bit ranty, I really enjoy making them, and I really enjoy seeing people enjoying my videos. Life is short. You can't be serious all the time. You have to have a bloody laugh. That's the way I look at it. Life is shit. Sometimes I'm not depressed. Life can be a bit shit, and especially with all the shit going around the world, the horrible stuff going on around the world. You have to be able to have a smile and a laugh about something. So that's the way I try to keep my videos, and I very much appreciate it. Right, Mariana, this is a comment I've had quite a lot now, right? First of all, I'm going to read it. From Mariana, don't trust Sam's reaction. They used to do pranks, including that awful one with Sam Pepper, and the reactions were fake. So it wouldn't be surprising for him to fake a cry. In the Exploring with Josh video I made the other day, there was a clip I pulled up with, what's his name? Sam? Sam's the blonde one, I assume. Where he's crying because the Cody and Satori bring up his grandparents or his auntie. I can't remember now. And I said about cold reading and the techniques they use to gather information from the people they're about to talk about, right? I'm not going to get into that, but I said in the video that I cannot believe, I refuse to believe that a person would bring up his dead grandmother for a YouTube paranormal video and fake cry. I honestly can't believe they would be that horrible. I really can't. I still don't believe it. I think his emotions were genuine. I do genuinely think that, but only because Cody and Satori know exactly what to do in that situation with bringing up stuff like that. And I'm fully aware of Sam Pepper's fake stuff they used to make years ago, and the one where he pretended to kidnap his mate Colby, or the other way around, I can't remember now. It's a known fact that all of Sam Pepper's stuff, I'm not a fan of it. I really don't like that guy. Really don't like that guy. I think he's a shit person. Sam Pepper I'm talking about now. But yeah, all that stuff was completely fake. And yes, I know, I'm fully aware that, you can fake an emotion. Fully aware. But in that instance, I'm still convinced that was a real emotion. But it was brought on by Cody and Satori, who I very much believe are full-blown charlatans. But, they use techniques that I don't know for this, for that particular emotion. You'd have to be a right horrible shit to use your dead grandmother for YouTube paranormal videos. I really do believe you would have to be a horrible shit. So I do think his emotion was real, but who knows? Who bloody knows? Bran, cool vid, very just positive criticism, but the parts of the vid felt a little repetitive and very stretched out. Hope that doesn't come off as rude. I still enjoyed the vid overall and subbed. How rude! I'm joking. I do repeat myself a lot. The problem is, I don't script anything. I will literally react to a clip or read a comment, and I will start going on, and my mind goes on tangents. My mind definitely goes on tangents, and I repeat myself over and over. It's something I've done all my life, unfortunately. Maybe I should get tested for something, I don't know. But I appreciate the comments, Bran. And no, I'm not offended by that comment. Don't worry about it. And I appreciate the sub. But yes, I do absolutely repeat myself. See, I've said that 4 times in that comment already. I'm moving on. From Jim Roberts, debunking should make ghost hunts better for them who make them, instead of for having a go at each other like the debunkers getting together with the ghost hunters. Saying what you would like to see in there, and be there on a ghost hunt to make sure nothing fake is going on. I fully agree. Sorry, someone's just decided to start a chainsaw outside by the sound of it. I fully agree. I genuinely think that if people want to do paranormal investigations, they should take along a skeptic. They should absolutely take along a skeptic to keep them grounded and say to them, look, that knock you just heard, it's just the house relaxing, or the pipes banging because you just flushed the toilet. You got to chill out. I think you should definitely have a skeptic go along. I think if you have full-blown believers go along in an investigation without any what's the word I'm looking for? Pushback from someone who is going to give you a counter argument about what you just heard or what you might experience. I think you should definitely have that, because if you have full-blown believers go along on a paranormal investigation and nobody else, you're only then in your own little echo chamber, confirming your own bias, and then you create a narrative the entire night of what you think is going on, because there's no one there to say, hang on, you didn't hear a moan, is probably a cat outside the window, having a little funky time with another cat. That I think you do genuinely need that 50-50 stance when it comes to this ghost hunters, so to speak. I think you generally do need that. I don't think you can just, have the one-sided story of what you do. I think you should have both sides go along, almost like a team, almost like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I think you should have a team if you want to do things like this seriously. I think you should have a team of believers and skeptics just to keep each other grounded. It's definitely a chainsaw. I don't know what the hell that is. Andrew Roberts, hi Dan, I have a great idea. Why don't you set up a PO box for your fans to send you cool gifts? I've been asked this many times, and I've always planned to do it. I will do it. I will do it soon. I know. I'm really bad when someone asks me, "Can you do this?" which is outside of making a YouTube video. I'm really bad at keeping to it. But I will do it though. I appreciate it. Mitul Gupta. I hope I'm saying your name right. In my personal opinion, instead of debunking the videos, the debunkers should go to these locations and debunk the locations in person. It is always important to have a skepticism, but if a debunker just says that here they might have done this and all, those things as well are... Sorry, I'm struggling to read for some bloody reason. Let me start again. It is always important to have a skepticism, but if a debunker just says that they might have done this and all, those things are also not very convincing to me. I keep my skepticism on that as well. I've watched ghost hunter videos and debunker videos, but no one seemed very credible to me. But what about psychic mediums? Are they not credible as well? What kind of skepticism does a general person need to take while watching them? Do you have any info that can prove that all the psychic mediums are completely fake? No, but I do know cold reading techniques. There's a couple of books if you want to look into. I'm not saying I do generally think some psychic mediums, they fully believe what they say, and I'm not going to get into all that, right? But there are a lot out there who are charlatans, and they know the techniques of cold reading. Cold reading is basically you can meet up with someone, right? I said this the other day. You can meet up with someone, and through normal conversation, they won't straight out ask you, have you ever had anyone die? They won't say, right, who's died in your family? What ghost experiences have you had? They won't say that. They'll just say, oh, how are you? Oh, yes, I'm very good, thanks. Yeah, so are you excited for tonight's panel investigation? Yes, I am. I am very much. And then, I think it's really good, because, we've all had experiences, my experience to you, I'm going to tell you right now that when I was a little boy, I looked up my grandmother's stairs. I saw a girl up the top of the stairs. It was really cool. And then they might say, "Oh yeah, I had a similar experience back in the day. Yeah, my grandmother passed away, and I heard this thing in the back of the room. It was really cool. Oh, nice. And then should we get some food?" And they'll go along the conversation for a while, and that's what cold reading is. They'll gain information through cold reading, and then when it comes to do the paranormal investigation, you got like I said, the psychic medium charlatan. Like I said, I do believe that there are people out there who believe what they're saying is real. I'm not going to get into that, but the ones who know what they're doing, they're going to use all that information they have gained through that cold reading to say, yes, I've just contacted your dead brother or whatever, and they spell out their names using Morse code. It's a technique which has been going around for hundreds of years. It's not a new technique, cold reading. I went off on a tangent. I do apologize. One book you should read. I actually have it right now. This is one book you should read, right? If you want to look into the tricks of the mind, it's an excellent book. I've had this for years, and he actually goes in. Dan Brown, for those who don't know, is a UK mentalist, I suppose is the term. Illusionist. But he's very good at what he does, and he's a magician, he's a hypnotist, a mentalist, illusionist, and he tells you all the tricks of the trade and what those kind of people use in the paranormal. And he goes a lot into detail of cold reading and the techniques that they use to garner information in order to use later in the night or later in the day or later in the week to say, yes, I just contacted your dead sister. It's a technique which has been around for years, and when you look into it, you know the exact techniques they use on these things. I'm talking about Cody and Satori now. This is who I'm talking about, by the way. And this is why you should always take what they say as a massive pinch of salt. The other part, by the way, the debunker should go to those locations. Can't go to every location, you know. Some of us live in the UK, some of us live in America. It's just not going to happen. You know? But I do say in my videos, I always say I'm not debunking the paranormal. I am debunking the bullshittery that's going on in the videos. That's what I always say. And if I don't know, I always say I don't know. I think it's that. I think it's this. I think it's that. But I don't know. I'm not there. It's a hard thing to say, you know, debunkers should go to those locations. It's just an impossibility. It's an impossibility. Is that the word I'm looking for? But a very good comment, and I do much appreciate it. I know where you're getting at, but I never know what those scrappies are saying. I never know. Right, I'm going to make this little last comment now because I've been waffling for a while now. I will do another comments video very soon, but it's from Exploring from Josh. And I did see this pop up the other day, but I just didn't have a chance to get back to it because I was working. Honestly, I believed them up until today. I don't know. I want to believe them. I really do. I trust them, and I can't debunk it in person. I'm telling you, it's crazy as hell. Like, I looked at everything, all the videos, and I'm here like, I don't know. It's confusing as heck. But hell, I'm here, and I don't know even if I believe anymore. No, I know he's, I appreciate the reasonable response. You could have gone on the attack, but I very much appreciate the reasonable response to my video. I seen that exact comment, mind, on the Shapes video, so I think it's a copy and paste. But, you know, obviously he's trying to get to all the debunkers. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And I have, Josh, if you're watching this, I did watch your response video you put up yesterday about the whole thing. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't agree with what you said in there, but I think it was a very good response, and we appreciate it that you don't hate debunkers. Like I said, we all do these things differently. Some of us are a bit more harsher than others. That's just the way it is. But we're not trying to ride on the coattails of bigger channels. It's just not the case. It's just YouTube videos, making YouTube videos. Commentary videos have been going around for years. It's nothing new. And, you know, if, like I said, if you put a video up, someone's going to have a different opinion, and someone might want to state that opinion. It's just the way it is. But I do appreciate the comments coming back. I think you said in your last video yesterday that you're sort of 50-50 now in the paranormal. You don't know if you believe it, which I think is a very healthy mindset to have with these things. But like I said, videos with demons, skinwalkers, cryptids, I was attacked. In every other video, people are going to question that. Anyway, much appreciated. I really enjoyed that. I know that I went on for quite a bit. I do. I apologize to no one. And I'll be back with another comments video because there's a lot more comments to catch up on them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave something new to my channel. I do this quite often. I'm still cold. It's really cold today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now.